Welcome back to Got the Magnet, and we're giving an update on day two of our 14-day transatlantic crossing aboard Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. So just wanted to let you know what we did on day two. What did we do in the morning?
We got up real early, around 6:30, and we walk around the jogging track.
I decided that I want to do a quote unquote marathon on this cruise ship. I want to do 26.2 miles over the 14-day journey, which is, with a couple of rest days built in, approximately 2 miles a day. The track is 1/8 of a mile. To do that, I need to do 16 laps a day. Yesterday being the first day and not knowing how long the track was, I did 10 laps. I'm building up. I am tracking it. I'll keep you updated on my progress. After we showered, and then where'd we go for breakfast?
We went to the Sapphire dining room, which is their main dining room, and I had their market bowl, which had zucchini, onions, 2 eggs, over easy, and I added a side of bacon. It was scrumptious.
I was wondering why the bacon was in with your vegetarian bowl. Okay, that makes sense now. I had the eggs Benedict, which is always a classic favorite. We did sit with two gentlemen, and they said when we checked in, would you mind sitting with somebody else? And none of us had a problem with it. We had a lovely conversation throughout. That's one of the nice things we like about cruising is meeting other people and having discussions. Everybody comes from their own different background, and this is how you learn and you exchange cruise stories on that. What do we do after breakfast? I can't remember. One of the downsides to this lifestyle is while we're on a cruise and a lot of people are on vacation, we're working. Sue worked on the day one update, which should have dropped yesterday. We're trying to get these out 2 to 3 days afterwards. And then I went to the library to work on some shorts and some other things. We went to lunch, and where'd we go for lunch?
At the Windjammer, I only had a salad because we went to one of their specialty restaurants, Chops Grill, for dinner.
We'll get to that in a moment. I had the pasta, which I usually don't have, the rigatoni with the mozzarella cheese, and then they had some chips and everything. So it was a good, healthy lunch. And of course, afterwards, I got my ice cream cone. I only had one ice cream cone yesterday. We'll get to my dinner later with ice cream. Afterwards, you went to the port talk. How was that?
It was interesting. They showed us pictures of how the port was going to be, where the ship was going to go, and they showed us some of the interesting excursions that they offered for each port.
I took a quite nice little nap while she was doing that. So I was really roughing it. I finally woke up from my nap. Sue continued working. I went back up to the RC online where they have computers set up and they have workstations where you can plug in. It was actually a pretty good place to work. Came down for dinner, and as Sue mentioned a minute ago, we went to Chops Grill for dinner. How was that?
It was really good. Had the filet with Irie tater tots and their asparagus.
For an appetizer, I had their grilled bacon, which is absolutely fabulous. I had that a couple cruises ago and loved it. As Sue said, it's very high in fat, but it's so good. I also had the filet with the loaded baked potato. While we're eating our meal, I looked over and there was a little girl, what was she, maybe 5 or 6 years old. And for dessert, they brought her a sundae, which isn't on the adult menu. So I asked the waiter, I see that little girl with the sundae. Can big boys get that too? He's like, I'll take care of you. I wound up having a child's sundae for dessert, and I was just so happy. People around us commented, well, I didn't know that was an option. We may have set a trend. And what'd you have for dessert?
As an appetizer, I had lobster bisque, and dessert, I had their warm chocolate cake, which is like a lava cake version of it.
How does that compare to Carnival's lava cake?
I like Carnival's a lot better.
We're fans of Royal, but Carnival, they have it down with the lava cake. It's something special on Carnival if you've never had it. Then after dinner, what was the show?
It's called the Mid Atlantic USA versus UK. They did a little skip between songs from Tina Turner to Elton John and Billy Joel.
They were really good. The banter was a little shtickish, but it was good. It was a good, fun show. They were very talented, and it was all songs that the audience knew. A lot of Queen, a lot of Beatles. Really well done, well performed. There are two people from the US and then one person from the UK, and that's their angle is they compete and they met each other while they were on Broadway. They share a room or apartment in New York, and that's part of the joke is how small the apartment in New York is. We saw the 8 o'clock show. I actually thought about going back for the 10 o'clock show, but we were a little tired. After the show, where'd we go?
Went to the Schooner Bar for about 10 minutes and saw the piano player. She was from France.
We'll add her name in one of the future things because piano bar is one of the things we like to do. But we got there as she was finishing one of the sets, so she was going to take about a half-hour break. At that point, we grabbed our last of our diamond drinks for the night and ran down to Cafe Promenade to get a couple slices of pizza as our nightcap. And then we pretty much called it a night. This was our first of a time change. Over the 14 days, I think there's 5 time changes, including one the first 3 or 4 nights. So we're going to be moving forward in time, but it's a nice, easy way to make the transition to European time. So by the time we get to Barcelona, we will be in sync with their clocks. Any final thoughts?
So far, it's been good.
We're having a really good time meeting some nice people. Please like and subscribe so you can keep getting our updates. We'll update this every day that we're on it with the different activities. A lot of this is just going to be different shows, different types of things. We'll have some fun with it. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.